Спасибо.
До
свидания.
Обратно?
Не надо, спасибо. Хош. So, we've made it to the ancient town of Anau.
Allahu Akbar, Allahu Akbar, Allahu Akbar, Allah.
7,000 years ago, a nomadic tribe settled down exactly where I stand. That tribe of people were known as the Enev. Being a nomadic tribe from such a long time ago, they weren't Muslim or Christian. They followed deities of the land, of the sky, things like this. Eventually this land would go on to become Christian. But around the 7th century AD, the rise of Islam would move through Central Asia with the Arab conquest. And in the 15th century AD, the Sultan at the time would go on to construct this mosque. Unfortunately, in 1948, there was a huge earthquake that devastated the majority of the modern city of Ashgabat, including this mosque. People would go on to live here for thousands of years before eventually, with climate change, rivers moving place, and the land becoming a little bit less livable, the tribes would eventually migrate to different places, like further east to Gunung Tepe, which you'll see in the next video. To give you an idea of the cultural importance for this mosque to the Islamic world here in Central Asia, they consider it a substitute for pilgrimage to Mecca. Somewhere around here that I haven't found yet is a shrine. Muslims from all over Central Asia make a pilgrimage here to pray and especially to make wishes. They believe that this place has some magic power, and that's why when you look around you'll find lots of keys, lots of items of clothing. People bring these items, place them on the ground or place them on the mosque itself, make the wish, and you hope that it comes true. Somewhere over these dunes we'll find a shrine to the person who's going to make our wishes come true. think we found the shrine. Oh, it goes downstairs. It's so dark in here, I can't tell how big the room is or if I'm alone or not. Salam. Now we sit on this little stool and we wish. Salam alaikum. Takdallah. Buried beneath our feet here, beneath every single mound of dirt that you see, there's some remnants of a building or a house or a wall, like we've seen in many other places, or like you will see in many places here in Turkmenistan. One of the coolest things I find about traveling is the ability to set foot on the same ground that people have done for so many years, especially here in Turkmenistan, where you can basically walk anywhere, look on the ground and pick up a piece of pottery that's hundreds if not thousands of years older than majority of the Western countries that most of us are from. Look. Ancient pottery, just lying in the sand. Oh, извините. Salam. Just here, on the entrance, there used to be an archway. And on that archway was two dragons, a depiction of two dragons. The reason being, the story behind the dragons, was that before the mosque was built, this town had a bell. And any person who was traveling by had the ability to ring this bell and they would be given help. One day this bell starts to ring erratically. So the people rush out to see what the problem is, who needs so much help. And standing there is a dragon. The dragon is begging for people to follow him back into the mountains, the Kopatak mountains over in the distance here. So the Sultan at the time grabs her two best knights, her two best strongest men in the town. And she orders those men to follow the dragon into the mountains. Once the men arrive to where the dragon's trying to take them, they find another dragon, a second one. The second dragon has tried to eat a mountain goat, a long-horned mountain goat, and the horns are now stuck in the dragon's throat. So the two brave men climb inside the mouth of the dragon, cut the horns off, and the dragon manages to spit the goat back out. The next day, once again, the bell starts to ring erratically. So the people, the townsfolk, come outside to see what the problem is. This time, 2 dragons are sitting there by the bell. And at the feet of the dragons is a whole lot of jewels and treasures, gold, things like this, as a thank you gift to the 2 men who saved their friend. So the Sultan, with the money from those riches, constructed this mosque. Let's go see if we can get to the north, man. Walk through the desert land a little bit. Go on a really, go on a real adventure. Hopefully don't come across any camels, scorpions, snakes, sheepdogs. We'll see. We'll be alright. Fuck me. This is prime. Ah, fuck, those are sharp. Ow. Oh man, my fucking pants are full of thorn needles now. That was a sharp bush. Oh, looks like I was attacked by a porcupine. The plant version of a porcupine. Up ahead, I see goats. When there's goats, there's usually dogs. And I sure as shit don't feel like fighting an alibi right now. That's one fight I'm gonna lose. How do we get there though? Hey dog. Oh, he's a good dog. He scared the shit out of me. He was sleeping in the ditch. I walked over the rise and woke him up, which is one of the worst things you want to do to a bloody guard dog. And luckily, even though he's a huge alibi, the moment he woke up, I just said, "Hey dog," and he just kind of looked at me, stood up, looked away, couldn't care less. 10 years ago now, my younger brother and I and 2 friends were driving in a van all through Europe. We got to Slovenia while my brother was driving, and we turned down a gravel road. And I asked him, where we going? He turned to me and he said, "You never know what you'll find at the end of a gravel road." I kind of lived my life by that mantra for the last 10 years. Traveling all sorts of countries and different places of the world for work or for fun. And it's true. You never know what you'll find at the end of a gravel road. Well, after about an hour walking through all this farmland, we've made it. Let's go explore. Over here, it's a big hole. I'll be honest, there's not much to see. So, sometimes at the end of the gravel road, you find something amazing, and sometimes you just find a big pile of dirt. I'm sure below all this dirt is something incredible, but for us to see today, not much. Not much at all. Let's at least go to the top and see the view. Come on. Well, that's going to have to do it. That was the ancient city of Anau. Nearly 7,000 years old. People living here, making a life, farming these lands. And even to this day, still being farmed and people still living right next door in the modern city of Anau. In the next video, I'm going to fly east to Mari, find myself a driver, and see if we can find the ancient city of Merv.